Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. My name is Yovan and I'm the administrator of the Sims community website, and today we are going to be covering some of the latest information for the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack. So we have some new information regarding the frequently asked questions, the Sim Guru Q&A, some information about the storyline, information about the game's big endgame, and so much more. So let's dig right into it. So first of all, I want to let you guys know that we now have a countdown, a full countdown to the release of the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack on our website. So you probably know the fact that all of the game packs basically release at around 10 AM Pacific time, so also 7 PM Central European time and 6 PM British time. So that is also probably going to be the case for the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack as well. So the game pack is going to come out on February 26th in 2019, and we have the exact countdown to the release of this game pack. So if you want to know exactly when the game pack comes out in your territory, this is the place to go. So this is the post that you definitely need to bookmark if you want to know exactly when the pack is gonna come out. So as soon as the countdown turns 0, you are gonna be able to get the pack via origin.com and later on Amazon, Game UK, and so much more of the other retail websites. Next up, we have some information regarding this screenshot, this frame actually that was shown in the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack trailer. So you probably remember this frame because it was one of the first frames shown during the trailer, and it shows 3 Sims taking a selfie together, and the entire picture is actually framed up in this frame over here that is probably standing somewhere on a coffee table or somewhat. So this frame actually is a whole lie. So it turns out that SimGuru Grant confirmed many questions regarding the selfie photo below from the reveal trailer, specifically the ability to put it on a surface instead of the wall. This is a little trick we did just for the video, sorry, but we didn't expect this to be a thing, so now we are looking into doing it. No guarantees, but we will look into what it takes to do this. So this isn't actually something that's coming with the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack, but considering that there is a huge demand for framed photos standing on tables, well, it turns out that this feature might just become a thing for the Sims 4 base game. So of course, as soon as we know more about framed photos standing on coffee tables, I will definitely let you guys know both on the website and this YouTube channel. Next up, we have some very cute information regarding the Sims 4 StrangerVille and its statistics on YouTube. So you probably know already that the Sims 4 StrangerVille trailer has gotten a lot of attention lately. I mean, it's been only 3 days and the trailer already has over 1 million views on YouTube. Well, not only that, but the game pack trailer also managed to get on the number 6 spot of the most trending videos on YouTube, which makes this game pack trailer the most popular game pack trailers of all time. So this seems to be one of the most popular game packs of all time for the Sims 4, and we cannot wait to see what the game pack is actually like. So the reveal trailer is definitely interesting and showcases a lot of interesting features for the game pack, so I hope that most of the things shown here are just as fun while playing the game pack as well. Next up, we have some information regarding the story integration in the Sims 4 StrangerVille world. So SimGuru House shared some important information about the story integration, saying it was an interesting challenge designing the story for StrangerVille. As you're pointing out, players can change who lives there and even what the lot types are, so we can't rely on these being the same as what we ship. We did include a few things specific to some of the pre-made households and their houses, but it won't break the story if you get rid of them or bulldoze their lots. First and foremost, The Sims is about letting you do what you want. Forgetting that would be against the strengths of the game. Same things with the venues. There are 2 standard venues that we placed in the world which have some special functionality. That functionality is tied to the venue type rather than the specific lots we built out. So if you want to customize your venues, the special stuff should still work as long as you keep the venue type the same. It doesn't have to be on the same lot or anything, just as long as the venue type exists somewhere in StrangerVille. If you choose to get rid of those venues completely, you might miss some of the stuff that happens there, but it doesn't break the story or the investigation. Our aim was and is to create a story that embraces the open-ended sandbox nature of The Sims rather than trying to ram some highly scripted linear experience through. Ideally, you'll be able to tell your Sims story with within the situations we serve while staying true to the stories and personas you've created. It's not perfect, it's our first time trying something like this, but I'm proud of it and hoping it's something we can develop further in future releases. So this tells a lot about the customization of The Sims 4 StrangerVille and basically lets you know that you are still able to bulldoze all the lots in the brand new world, but also give you the ability to, introduce some new sims, introduce some new lots without interfering with the actual storyline in the game, which I'm actually very glad about. So next up, we have the next part of the Sims 4 StrangerVille comic released on thesims.com. If you want to know more about the adventures in the Sims 4 StrangerVille and what actually happens in there, well, make sure you check out the comic that we've linked in this post actually. So I don't want to reveal the entire comic, you can actually read it on thesims.com. It's very fun and the artists behind it are very talented because I just love these illustrations and they basically showcase the Sims 4 StrangerVille very interestingly. Next up, we have some rather important information about the Sims 4 StrangerVille storyline length. So, basically all of the storyline games have their specific length time, how long does it take to complete the entire story, how much does it take, what does it take, and so much more. So I have included the information about the storyline length. SimGuru House actually shared that information over on Twitter, but I thought that this information would be considered as a spoiler for some of the players who plan to play the Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack, and because it spoils a lot about how long this storyline is, I included this information in the spoiler tab over here. So if you want to know exactly how long does it take to complete the storyline length, well, not exactly, there is an approximate time, but it doesn't tell you how much does it take to complete the entire storyline. Well, all you have to do is just visit this post and click on the spoiler tab, because all of my news videos regarding the Sims 4 StrangerVille are gonna be spoiler free. Of course, I'm gonna be doing a special walkthrough of the Sims 4 StrangerVille gameplay, but that is gonna be marked as a spoiler, and it's gonna be a full-on walkthrough of what it takes to complete the entire storyline, so make sure you stick for that. Next, we have a brand new SimGuru Q&A that we've collected containing all of the important information for the Sims 4 StrangerVille. So of course, SimGurus are constantly answering to your questions regarding the game pack, and I wanted to, compile all of the informations in one post. Of course, there is another post, so if you want to check out the first part of the information, we also have that link down in this post over here. So if you want to check out the entire compilation of the first part of the SimGuru Q&A post, just make sure you check out this article. Now, I'm going to be covering the second part of the SimGuru Q&A post and all of the tweets that have surfaced so far. So of course, I'm going to be updating this post as well, as soon until the Sims team decides to do another batch of answers for this game pack. So we have a screenshot over here saying pipes, stairs, and a room. There's a hidden bunker underneath the plane, and Tazreen Tasnim actually said the stairs are probably decoration, while Dave Miyotki, who is actually working on the game, said, what stairs? There's no stairs. Even if there were, it would be 100% decoration, so no point in trying them, am I right? But there's none, so it doesn't even matter anyways. Keep moving, please. So this was definitely sarcasm. There's definitely some stairs over here, which you are gonna be able to explore yourselves once you install the Sims 4 StrangerVille. And Aaron Hout said, yes, totally 100% decorative. Nothing to see here, move along. So there's another question saying, those stairs are looking a bit spiral, and Aaron said, I wish, but sorry, no. Don't want you guys to get hyped for something that's not there. There's another question, this might be a hard question to answer, but is there any replayability in this pack? Which Aaron replied to, yes, new residential world, new objects to use, new military career, new build, and decorative objects. You can play through the story multiple times if you want, but it's not randomly generated, so it won't be wildly different for new playthroughs. It's not a short story though, so I love the fact that he did give out a hint saying that it's not a short story. I definitely cannot wait to play throughout the entire story. So how much will this pack cost? Highly interested on purchasing. He answered, same price as other game packs. In the US, that's $20. I'm not sure about pricing for other territories. Another question, would you be able to tell me if this pack works best with a single sim or with several sims in the household? Strategizing my team. You can play the story with multiple sims if you want to, but it's mainly geared around one sim. When playing with multiple sims, you'll sometimes want to transfer things from one sim's inventory to another. Another question saying, what about the trailer motorhome shown in the trailer? Is it decoration too? He said the motorhome is world decoration. There seems to be a ton of interest in motorhomes though, so maybe we'll have to do something with them in the future. Another question says, does the story in StrangerVille change each time you play it like temples, or is it always the same? Don't want to risk spoiling myself all the fun and mystery by watching other people's playthrough. Can you tell us something about this? And he said, it's the same story each time. If you watch other playthroughs, you will have things spoiled for you. Another question saying, will the story reset after sometimes on the same save file so future generations can explore the sickness? And Aaron said, there are ways to play through the story again with the same save file. I don't want to spoil how though. So another question saying, so I'm thinking there are apartments in StrangerVille. She's pretty high up from the street and her whole apartment is on the shot. What do you think? Aaron replied, sorry, but there aren't any apartments in StrangerVille. Another question by Simperhand saying, or does the venue that you address to StrangerVille work similarly to how the lounges work in Del Sol Valley? Meaning, in order for the game to give you the Starlight Accolades event, you need to have a lounge in your own Del Sol Valley map. He replied, the two venue lot types in StrangerVille are bar and a library. Any bar or library in StrangerVille will have some of the special situations and interactions no matter which lot you put them on. Another question by Passy Simmer saying, that's amazing. So if I would say decide to play a sim joining the military, he could become affected as a twist. He could be affected as a twist. Okay. And Aaron said, yes. Also, military sims will have some unique ways of progressing through the story if their rank is high enough. There are also certain skills that can benefit your investigation, but aren't required. Grant Rodiak later continued with the question saying, is there a Murphy bed with this pack? He answered, unfortunately no. And another question regarding the game pack saying, I think the question for me is about replayability. Once I played through the mystery once, will there be an incentive to revisit it? That's one of the determining factors in good value for money. And Grant Rodiak said, yes, not to mention all the things that contribute to your general typical Sims experience. So this is the entire Sim Guru Q&A part 2 post that you can check out on the website, and also make sure that you check it back because I'm going to be updating it later on with some new tweets. So of course this is the Sim Guru Q&A part 1, and now this is rather interesting. This contains major spoilers, and I won't be spoiling the information about the major end game of The Sims 4 StrangerVille. So that's right, we know actually what happens at the last part of The Sims 4 StrangerVille game pack. So if you want to know exactly what happens at the last part, well, you're gonna have to press the spoiler button on simscommunity.info and find out yourself, because I don't want to read out the spoilers in this video. If you want to read the spoilers and see if the pack is going to be entirely worth it and find out what else is there in the game pack, then I suggest that you press the spoiler if you want to get spoiled, if you want to know exactly what's going to be included in the end game. If you don't, then I suggest that you avoid this post at all costs. Also, a huge thanks to Tio Gibaldi for finding the details in the game code that he also sent over to us so we can post this information over here. And last but not least, we have the Sims 4 StrangerVille frequently asked questions post that we have gathered ourselves. So I have actually collected some of the most basic, most frequently asked questions regarding the game pack in this post. So let's cover some of the information mentioned over here. So first of all, when does the Sims 4 StrangerVille come out? You probably know this already, but yes, the Sims 4 StrangerVille is going to come out on February 26, 2019. On which platforms will it be playable? It's going to be playable first on PC and Mac, and then later on Xbox One and PS4. We have no idea about the console release just yet, so make sure you stay tuned to our website for that. So what is the Sims 4 StrangerVille? The Sims 4 StrangerVille is a game pack, so this means that this pack falls between somewhere between the stuff packs and expansion packs. It has a lot more content than a stuff pack, but it's specific enough and medium sized not to be an expansion pack. How much is the Sims 4 StrangerVille going to cost? The Sims 4 StrangerVille is going to cost $20 just like all other game packs. And where can you find the Sims 4 StrangerVille? The Sims 4 StrangerVille is going to be available on Origin.com on the exact day of the release. You'll also be able to get the pack on Amazon.com, Game UK, and other retailers just a few moments after the Origin release. I've also mentioned some information about the world over here that have been asked very frequently, and And I also linked the Sims 4 StrangerVille news category that you can check out over here, where I'm gonna be posting all of the latest news and information regarding the Sims 4 StrangerVille. So let me guys know if you are excited about the upcoming release of the Sims 4 StrangerVille. What do you guys think about the new information so far? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe to this channel for all the latest news and updates in the Sims franchise. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!